Hello everybody, and thank you for tuning in to Mixed Text and Politics. If you have not done so, please subscribe to my channel and like this video. Alright, let's get started here. Keller ISD approves Guardian Plan allowing armed educators to protect kids. It's fantastic news. God bless those that take on this responsibility, and God bless this board for the courage to implement it. Yes, I love school boards that are not afraid to get things done for the better, for the safety and the betterment of the kids. All right. At the monthly board meeting Monday night, trustees at Keller Independent School District approved a Guardian program that allows specially trained educators to be armed at school so they can protect students in the event of an active shooter on campus. The purpose of Texas School Safety Program, known as the Guardian Plan, is to train select employees, school employees who hold handgun licenses and who volunteer to participate, how to defend against an active shooter until law enforcement arrives. This program is voluntary, strongly selective, and requires a great deal of training and full cooperation with law enforcement officers, said Keller parent Joel Starnes, who endorsed the district's participation in the program. Love it. We put a lot of trust in our teachers, as our children are sent to their care 5 days a week. This provides them with more safety options to not only protect kids, but also to protect themselves. Board President Charles Rancliffe and the 3 conservative trustees elected in May voted in favor of allowing Keller teachers and staff to participate in the program. Trustees Beverly Dixon, Ruthie Keys, and Chris Roof voted against the safety plan. How do you give someone the opportunity to protect your kids in the heat of the moment? Young asked. The 4-3 vote represents another example of the conservative majority school board keeping their campaign promises to the community to protect students. The board held a preliminary discussion about the Guardian program at last month's board meeting, where they also voted to keep age-inappropriate gender ideology out of students' libraries and classrooms. This is why school board races are so important. Young said Keller ISD already has double the number of school resource officers, police officers assigned to patrol district campuses, and adopting a Guardian program will add to the school's district's layered approach to school safety and security. Let's see. Some parents said they were terrified of teachers having guns inside classrooms, and representatives of the anti-gun group Moms Demand Action also spoke out against a proposal. Yet Young said more than 300 Texas school districts, about 30%, already use the Guardian program and have not had a single incident to date. 0 school incidents, active shooting incidents in these 300 school districts. The board also announced dates for the May 2023 Board of Trustees election. All right, just talking about the election. All right, I want to discuss this a little bit because this is fantastic news. Keller ISD is close to where I live. It's probably the next couple, I'm not getting into details, but anyway, this is great because you're putting more protection in schools, which is what we need. People are complaining. You have liberals complaining about school shooters and and how we need to protect the kids, and their solution is background checks, universal background checks, more restrictions on guns. Look, all these things are not going to stop bad guys from doing bad things. They're worried about teachers, licensed, trained school, employees having guns to protect kids. They think that's a problem. But then their solution is to ban guns or put more restrictions on guns to keep the bad guys from getting them. Which we know it doesn't work. We know gun-free zones don't work. We know that those schools are soft targets. We know that gun-free zones are soft targets because the bad guy is going to realize, Nobody has a gun in this place. I'm going to shoot it up. But if we know that there are possibly armed teachers in the school district at any given time, let's just say you have 50 teachers in the school, and maybe 10 of them are armed. You don't know which is which. And you have this extra layer of protection where you double the number of school resource officers. So you have more people walking around the school, patrolling the school, looking out for active shooters. And then you also have teachers inside the classroom who are armed. I mean, this is the best deterrent. You're hardening these schools. That's the best deterrent from an active shooter, in my opinion, by far. Not background checks. None of that stuff is useless, in my opinion. I think this is fantastic. This is why I've talked about this. I harp on this a lot because school board elections are so important. Local races are important, very important. Because as you see, Keller ISD banned this, this teaching of this nonsense, this critical race theory, whatever they want, this gender nonsense. They voted against it, and that happened in the school district where I live. They also banned it as well, and it was a 4-3 vote. If it's close, so what? Some people will say, "Oh well, it should not have been that close." No, the point is that we got conservative members on the school board to shoot this nonsense down and to protect kids, because kids are the future. I don't have kids. I'm not having children, but protecting the kids from active shooters, from left-wing ideology being put into their heads, is a top priority of mine, which is why I vote in every local election, because I don't want a bunch of woke idiots walking around. I don't want these kids to be to not figure out what gender they are, to be have all kind of mental health issues and all this woke nonsense is bad for our society. So it's important we protect kids by not allowing them to get shot up, and we protect them from left-wing, radical, far-left ideology infiltrating the schools and the libraries. We can't let it happen. But let me know what you think. Are you afraid of teachers having handguns? Is that a problem for you? Because I want to hear the solution of these parents that are standing up against, who are against this arming teachers. Why are they so afraid of that? Are they worried the teachers are going to shoot up the school? I mean, that doesn't make sense. If they're going to do it, they do regardless. You feel me? If somebody wants to shoot up a school, a teacher wants to do that, they're going to do it regardless. We don't see that happen. we don't see teachers shooting up schools. I don't know what the problem is. Why, if it's a concealed handgun and nobody knows who has it besides the people inside the school that work at the school, why is this a problem? Why are they against somebody protecting their kids from another shooter? This is the liberal mindset I don't understand. This is just the society we live in. Yes, maybe they're saying, "Oh, parents shouldn't have to bring guns. Teachers shouldn't have to be armed." Well, yes, I agree. In a perfect world, teachers should not have to be armed. We don't live in a perfect world. We live in a society where we have lunatics that come into schools and shoot it up. So your best defense is to shoot back. Right? That's just the way it is. All right, guys. I'm going to stop the video there. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you agree with this decision? Do you vote in school board elections? How important are they to you? If you have kids or you don't, you should be voting in these local elections every single time. And they're very helpful. When I voted in mine, the most recent one, both conservative candidates won by a good margin. And they've gotten things done. All right, guys. Thanks for listening. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Take care.